welcome back to my channel. On this video, we're going to go over the process of thinking. How can we think better? How can we make better choices? As you have probably heard, I'm sure I mentioned it before in the past, we all have approximately 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. That's because we can think on a conscious and a subconscious level. So if you want to make smarter choices and you want to make have more clear images in your mind, you have to obviously involve the process of thinking. But a lot of us don't know what the process of thinking is, so I just want to clarify that for you guys real quick. And it's not exchange of neurons and electricity running through your brains or anything crazy like that. I wouldn't know how to talk about that. But the process of thinking is pretty simple. If I were to ask you, what color is your shirt? And yes, you. If I were to ask you, what color is your shirt? Your response would be probably to look down and respond. If I were to ask you what you have for breakfast today, you'll probably have to think for a minute, but then you could probably give me the answer right away. If I were to ask you what you're going to have for dinner, you will probably have to think about it, but then you'll be able to give me an answer as well. If I were to ask you what color are your shoes, then you'll probably have to think for a minute and then give me the answer. So if you haven't caught on yet, it's pretty simple. The process of thinking is as simple as asking questions. So if you want to think better, or you want to think clearer, or just ask better questions. And now the better question will give you a smarter answer. You have to understand that our subconscious mind is a slave to our cerebral cortex. Basically, any question that you ask it, it'll answer it for you. And if it doesn't know the answer, it'll come up with the best answer for you. I don't know if you've ever been upset or argue with someone and you start inside your mind asking yourself, why is he so dumb? How could he be such a so-and-so? As you're asking all these questions internally, your subconscious mind tries to come up with answers and respond to any one of your questions. So obviously, if you want to make better choices, you ask better questions. And that's pretty much all that I want to share today. It's pretty simple, pretty quick video, but it's very powerful. If you learn how to ask better questions, you will get better answers. And if you put them on paper, it's easier to think on paper. So I always think on paper whenever it comes to anything important. I always write down on paper whenever it comes down to creating any plans. And of course, anything that you want to be successful at, you have to plan it. If you want to fail at it, don't plan it. Just go ahead and do it. And I guess eventually through persistence, you can achieve it and have anything. But it's easier if you plan and you think on paper. So any questions that you have, write them down. Ask yourself any question that you want to answer to. Go to sleep on it, probably next day. Usually you'll have an answer. If not, just keep going until you do, or do a little bit of research. Oh, have a great day. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for checking out my video.